Hey, so, hopefully I'm not too late to do this, but since It, Chapter 2, is out, or has been out, I figured it would be suiting to do a reaction on It, the 1990 adaptation. Okay, so you saw, you clicked, you were hoping I was going to talk about the second chapter. Well, personally, I don't like the new It. I didn't find it good, I didn't find it frightening, I just found it dumb, predictable, cliched, hilarious. Just like so many paranormal possession films. Sure, some people find this version dumb, predictable, and not frightening. This is a classic. A classic. Stephen King adaptation. Now, alright, so It Chapter 2 does seem to have some good scenes. Like the Hall of Mirrors. That can be frightening. Especially when you got a shape-shifting clown in there. So that's a plus for It Chapter 2. The cast is good. Now the music in the first one and the second is really cool. I'll give it that. Bill Skarsgård, good actor. Okay, he played Pennywise pretty good, but it was just the overuse of running to the screen and shouting. That isn't frightening. The scene with the picture, though, in It Chapter 1. Alright, but it was too reminiscent of The Nun and The Conjuring and all those films. Henry Bowers was probably the most frightening of all because there's people like that in real life. Horrible. And Henry Bowers was portrayed well by that actor. The scene where he goes to kill the cat, that was disturbing. Everything else was just stupidly hilarious. But on note of the original, you got Tim Curry, a theatrical actor, like so well trained and so well gifted. He's a dimensional actor. He's a character actor. He can sing. If you've seen Ferngully, his voice, it's like, why wasn't he a singer? Rocky Horror Picture Show, again, could sing well. And the makeup is simple on this Pennywise. And when he goes to bite Georgie's arm, it's not a CGI big mouth thing like in the new It. It's just simple fangs in the eyes and just the camera work. That's what makes this a bit more frightening and intimidating. Like, the opening of the It Chapter 1 was still impactful because it's a very powerful scene, both in literature and film. What else? The scene at the house with the leper. What was going on there? The scene in this one, how they go to the house and they come across the mummy walking down the stairs. It was simple. It was a bit more effective. Of course, back then it scared people. Today people will look and go, oh, that's just cheap makeup. Yada, yada, yada. And then they see the new one, it's like, ah. So, obviously, I'm on the other side of the fence. So, yeah, I see the new ones, and it's like, yeah, whatever. And this one holds close to my heart. You know, it's a classic TV miniseries, and the second part of this wasn't as good as the first. And I've seen numerous reviews saying, oh, It Chapter 2, yeah, it's alright, but not as good as the first one. Or some people say, oh, it's more darker, it's more... Because the director said, oh, it's more frightening and more involved than the first one. Of course, I didn't see It Chapter 2, because I wasn't overly fond of the first chapter. from seeing trailers and reading up, they do, well, it too does have a few good points going for it. And yeah, It Chapter 1, the main part, which sort of made me shake out my bones, was the projector scene. That was good horror. The rest of it, eh. So, like, in this, the kids do well in the first episode, technically, because it's a TV miniseries. And so, slowly shows them their fears, and Pennywise takes on, he taunts them, offers them stuff, and says, "You'll float down here too." He doesn't, stutter and go, "Oh, popcorn," which, and, what else can be said? The second part, they go off, they fight it in its real form, the giant big spider, which is a really cool effect, both animatronic and stop motion, whereas in the new ones, it's all CGI. And, yeah, so the second part was a bit of a letdown. Some cast members missed out because their characters died. The Deadlight thing. Again, simple. We didn't see the part where all the people were there floating. We just got the simple things of what they could do with the budget and the time. And yeah, it's a few more things I could say about it. And there's just which Pennywise is better? Again, we got the simple clown here. And then we've got Bills, which has the red going up, and he does that eye thing, how his eyes go like that. He actually can do that for real. In It Chapter 1, where he comes out of the water, again, that's freaky cool. So I don't know much about the second chapter. I honestly don't want to see it. But, as I said, the Hall of Mirrors scene does look pretty good. Does look pretty frightening. And, well, I don't know what the monster looks like, but, yeah, I like the classic stuff. There's too many readaptations of Stephen King films going out there. But we do have Dr. Sleep. So I will see that. Love The Shining. The original Shining adaptation is awesome. And it's interesting. Stephen King loves the adaptation of Dr. Sleep. But he hates the adaptation of The Shining. And then he did his own miniseries of The Shining, and some people said, "Oh yeah, it's good, it's closer to the book." Some people saying it's stupid, it's campy, but yes, Dr. Sleep, I will do a reaction with that. I'll see that, and then I'll do a little mention of The Shining, and yeah. Until then, I will scare you later.